Hey everyone, Otaku All Pro here. Well, this time I'm on my new channel, Otaku All Pro Reacts. So I thought I'll start doing some interesting things with my channel. As you can see, in my other channel, I tend to post long-winded videos, either funny shorts. So I thought I'd give the live streaming aspect a chance this time. So on this channel, I'm also talking about anime, sports, and any pop culture things, such as the next Kendrick Drake beef. So I thought today I'll start off with an important moment in anime history. Joey, aka known as the Anime Man, is apparently getting married. I did see some of this post about a week ago about him marrying Agi, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought they'd been married. So I'm kind of gonna react to Trash Taste and see if they can probably go more into depth, how he probably fumbled the bag a couple of times, and just chill out and react. So let's see how this goes.
It's my family, and I just randomly get this call from Chris, and I'm like, Chris never calls me, so I thought it was like an emergency. So I picked it up. He was giving me shit for no reason. He was like, why aren't you here? Why do you never call me? Why did you ever text me? He was like legitimate.
Okay, let me skip this. This looks like just random
So
info.
I figured, and I turned 30, so I thought figured like, yeah, it's probably about time. I should seal the deal.
So I guess right here he's talking about marrying Aki. And for those of you who don't know, his girlfriend is Aki Dearest, who you can argue and still is probably the most important women anime content creator out there. I mean, she doesn't really make anime content, but back in the day, she was probably number one. Her and I guess number two would be Cindy Snap. I probably said her name wrong, but I think Aki. Well, Cindy's more controversial. Aki's probably more mainstream applicable. So it's just interesting that they're finally getting married. Because I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were married for a long time. Because they've been together since I think before COVID, and maybe even a couple years before that.
When did I start planning this? That's a good question. Probably like February.
Oh wow!
Yeah, around February, like earlier this year.
Yeah.
I was.
Damn, 4 months to plan engagement. Fellas in the chat or anyone that's married, how long it take for you to propose to your fiance? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably someone who doesn't plan on getting married, and if I do, I'm probably just gonna be lazy. I'm just gonna throw the ring at her and be like, "You want to do this? I kind of already bought the ring." That's probably gonna be me. Like, I'm not one for these big romantic gestures or anything. I'm probably just gonna be like, so I kind of want some tax benefits. You want to get married?
Was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna do it this year. And then yeah, I did. It was weird. I actually didn't really have like a concrete plan.
You were just like,
Yeah.
I know it'll probably.
Yeah, I was like, I'll probably do it sometime this
Well,
year.
if you already know you kind of got to be together for like forever,
Yeah.
presumably you can probably feel like there's no rush because you're
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
it's like she's gone anyway.
I mean, we basically act like a fucking married couple
Yeah,
already
Yeah.
anyway, right? So
I gotta ask.
And yeah, I can agree to this. Like I said, I thought they were married for a very long time already. And I think even Joey said in a video a long time ago that Aki was his first girlfriend, which, they don't make those nowadays.
Was there like a moment?
Okay, let me skip around. Wedding ring shopping, let's see, Madagascar. Huh. Let me see the part about the proposal right here.
out there, and there was legitimately nothing around it. It's just like this giant rainforest, and smack bang in the middle, there's this beautiful forest resort.
Yeah.
And the moment I got there, I was like, yeah, okay, I think this is the place we're gonna do it. Yeah, so I was just like kind of finding the time, and I was gonna do it like kind of after like this nice dinner that we had at the resort, which you guys can see in my vlog that I uploaded. But then the moment we got back to the room and I was like getting ready to like pull the ring out, Aki was like, I'm sleepy, I'm gonna go to bed.
I mean, I can understand. Everybody wants to do the nice sunset with the dinner. Man, if I propose to you, I'm just gonna send you a text and a picture. That way I don't do the denial after later. But that's pretty funny though. you had this nice meal and then she just goes to sleep. That's why like I never understood people that like wait till they get married and expect to have sex on their wedding night. Cause you know, planning a wedding is very stressful. You're gonna be tired, you're doing all that dancing, and you expecting to get some fun later that night. If you can, you're a different beast. Cause I know I would be super tired. I might sleep in my suit that night. But hey, everyone's different, I guess.
That's just like, fuck. That's just like, god damn it. This is the perfect time to do it. It's like, we just had a beautiful dinner, and now we're back in our room, and we get...
Now, Joey, if it was me, I just put the ring next to her. So it's the first thing she sees when she gets up. Just saying. Just saying.
Get to see this, like, you know, beautiful night, you know, rainforest and everything like that. And I was like, oh, this is romantic. This
Nah,
is
the
perfect.
lighting would be bad for the video.
Yeah, and she was like, nah, dog, I'm going to bed.
Was there any part of you that was like, oh, I should do it at the dinner? Because that's sometimes a thing people do. But then it's also around other people. And I don't know.
No, I thought about doing it at the dinner as well, but I guess, like, you know, already from the dinner, like, I felt like, nah, this is, I don't know, like, I had that gut feeling where I was like, nah, this is...
I'm not gonna lie. I could never understand people that propose at a restaurant or like during a dinner. Like, you know, like how they hand the waiter the ring and tell him to do all this stuff. I'm not putting my proposal in another person's hands. That just sounds crazy to me. Because, first off, I spent a lot of money on that ring. So if you lose it, I'm taking your paycheck. And I know you're a waiter, so you don't get paid much. And all you get paid is in tips. So I know I'm not going to get that money back.
Really
you can always like tell with your partner a lot of times because I knew that, you know, some people like being in like a crowded place when they get the engagement and, you know, get the applause as well from other people. I knew like Sydney wasn't that type of person.
Aki's the same.
I knew she wanted something a little bit more intimate.
Yeah, for sure.
It's also like, speaking about like people watching, there's also a lot of pressure because I'm not gonna lie. Let's say I for some reason decide to get married and do a proposal. If my girl says no in front of me, and not only am I embarrassed because I got on one knee, but then all these people saw me. It's like if you watch a sports game and they have the kiss cam and the person obviously doesn't kiss the guy, it's like a failed attempt. I couldn't deal with the laughter.
So I was like, all right, you know what, whatever. I'll think about it in the morning. So we went to bed, and then obviously the jet lag was kicking our ass. So Aki got up super early in the morning to just like go out onto the balcony, just like see the rainforest. And I woke up and I saw she was out on the balcony. I was like, all right, this is the time. Like immediately I knew this is the time. So I secretly placed the camera down and then... Yeah, and then I
it was to look over there.
I legitimately pulled the check that out.
All right. Moment to moment, what was going through your mind? Like,
okay, so
like, we were all cool.
I need a play-by-play of this because I have such a vivid memory of just like this is happening, and then it kind of just became a blur for me.
Oh, legitimately,
I thought I was prepared, but my heart was like beating out my chest. Man.
I mean,
Garth saying love you. Love you having you move differently, I guess. Huh. I just now noticed this, that they have a LeBron figurine right behind Connor right here. Which, I didn't know they make NBA action figurines. That's something to keep in mind. Interesting. And it's probably, if I had to guess, is Garth. Because I think Garth's like the biggest sports fan on the podcast, just from comments.
like, you know, in my case, I feel it was like even harsher because I was doing this first thing in the fucking morning. Like, I woke up, saw she was outside, and my brain was like, do it now.
See, Joey's a better person than me. Because imagine you propose to your girl, and she's like she probably didn't process what's going on. Like, she could have thought this whole is a dream and everything.
So I was like, all right. So I immediately woke up and I was like scrounging around for the ring. I put the camera down and then I was like repeating in my head, like, okay, I'll probably like kind of do it in this way. Yeah, I'll do the classic look over there maneuver. Hopefully she falls for it. Otherwise it'd be mad awkward.
Oh god.
But you know, luckily.
Yeah, I'm just a lazy person. I'm not gonna do all this for my fiance. That's probably why I'll never be married.
She fell for it.
Did you actually say look over there, or just like, oh, there's something cool?
Okay, so
How's the
okay, looks like they're talking about Madagascar here. Let's see. I really do appreciate it when big YouTubers actually put timestamps in their videos. It helps a lot. Okay, so apparently Aki knew about the proposal.
Apparently she thought, I think in about 3 separate occasions, that I was going to propose to her.
Well,
That's when you know you've been dating so long. When the other partner's like, so when are you gonna propose to me? And 3 different times? Hey, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Joey, you see, was going for that Angela Jolie, Brad Pitt type of relationship where they dated for like 7 years, got all these kids. Everyone thinks they're married, but they're not really married.
That's the
worst part about it.
That's the technique, because now hearing this story, you didn't know when you were going to propose. So if you just confuse yourself, you confuse your target as well.
Exactly. It's like last. The first time she thought was, I think it was last year. We took a trip to Hiroshima.
Yeah.
And we went to Miyajima. Because we'd never been to Miyajima and I'd always wanted to go.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I was like, oh, just the 2 of us haven't really been on like a vacation in Japan for a long time.
She thought that's when you were going to propose.
Yeah, and when she saw the hotel that I was booking in Miyajima, she was like, I legitimately thought you were going to propose to me there. And I was like,
nah, bitch, I'm just rich.
I just got the...
Man took a trip just to announce his engagement. That's wild.
Sorry, I'm referring Jackie's a bitch. I apologize.
Women in the chat, which is probably all one of you, would you guys ever... How I say this? How long is too long before you ask the male to marry you? Because, you know, we live in a society where, let's be honest, most of the time the man's going to ask the female to get married. So I'm wondering, how long would you guys be willing to wait? Because I've heard stories of, like, I have a female friend. She told me they would have get it 10 years before he proposed to her.
It's like, oh, I got the bands. I'm trying to give you a good time, dog.
I hope that's an out of clip context clip or something at least.
Yeah, so she was like, I legitimately thought you were going to propose to me there, and I was like, motherfucker, it wasn't even on my mind.
Hey, man, I guess that's how you got to do it. The best way to confuse an enemy is to confuse yourself. Okay, so it looks like they're done talking about the proposal here. So... let me see planning for a wedding, because I am interested about that part.
So like with like wedding planning, do you start? You're like, all right, well, we'll figure it out now, or do you know like before? Like, how do you do that?
Oh no, so
it's kind of just give me that eternal single friend in the group, because you know every group's got one. To be honest, I'm that one in my group. But I think Connor's also like the youngest, and he's like the most private about his relationship. Because Joey and Garnt, their girlfriends are like big YouTubers, so them being open about their relationship makes sense.
Yesterday, actually, we just went to our first place.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. You're already like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck,
Damn.
no time wasted.
Yeah, because Aki was like, you know what? I don't want to be one
He's
of...
ready.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I've actually already planned it all.
Yeah, Aki's like, I don't want to be one of those couples that's engaged for like 5 or 10 years, you know? So she's like,
right.
you know...
What's funny about that is because I think that's Garnt. Because I think Garnt, my bad, sorry, Giga got engaged right before COVID. I think they didn't get married to like 22, 23. Obviously because of COVID, but that's a long ass time before marriage. And I just imagine Imagine Aki just pull out the scrapbook like, I'm gonna be married here, here, here on this day, wearing this dress. I already called the flowers. I got bridesmaid dresses ready. But I feel like she's not that. She's like the type not to really care, I guess.
You know, you might as well just do it. So yeah, we went to our first place yesterday. Just to. And you know, not exactly to be like this is the place, but like more so because the two of us have no fucking idea what even the range is, or like, you know, what you can even
that's
do.
not cheap. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, I mean, we knew
in fucking Japan.
Oh yeah. We knew that going into it, so we're going around to like all sorts of different locations around like Japan and stuff like that. So like, yeah.
I don't know why Joey's so confused. It's not like you got a friend that got married 3 times to the left of you named Garnt.
Yesterday we actually just went back to Saitama.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because so we're looking for one place in Saitama, and I don't know if we're necessarily going to do it there, but it was just nice to get an idea of like what they can do, and you know,
as well, I imagine, right?
Oh yeah, it was super fun. Apparently, I didn't know this, but in Japan, it's they call it a bridal fair.
Oh yeah, they have like whole like convention.
Yeah, and it's like a full-on experience.
Let me read this information.
Obviously,
bridal fair is an event specifically designed for engaged couples. So this is like the Bucky. Oh, so a bridal fair is like the Buc-ee's of weddings, or like the Walmart's of weddings. Okay. See, Japan just be moving differently. That's weird.
But yeah.
So like with like wedding planning, do you start? You're like, all right, well, we'll figure it out now, or do you know like before? Like, how do you do that?
Oh no. So yesterday, actually, we just went to our first place.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. You're already like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, no time wasted.
Yeah, because Aki was like, you know what? I don't want to be one
He's
of.
ready.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I've actually already planned it all.
Yeah, Aki's like, I don't want to be one of those couples.
Oh, give me a second. It looks like a reverse.
For like, I don't know if we're necessarily going to do it there, but it was. Yeah, because so we're looking for one place in Saitama, and I don't know if we're necessarily going to.
So, and this is a interesting question. So is Aki gonna have an American wedding also? Because for those that don't know, she's like from America, and I wonder if Joey's gonna have a. Well, Joey says he's Australian, but let's be honest, he's more in touch with his Japanese side. So I assume if they're gonna have a third wedding, I don't think it would be in Australia.
Gonna do it there, but it was just nice to get an idea of like what they can do, and you know,
as well, I imagine, right?
Oh yeah, it was super fun. Apparently, I didn't know this, but in Japan, it's they call it a bridal fair.
Oh yeah, they have like whole like convention.
God damn it.
Like a wedding in Japan.
No, actually I haven't. Every friend I've had here has gotten married abroad.
Overseas, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
even if they live in Japan, they're like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, so in Japan, in Japanese weddings, they do this thing which is like very traditional. Even
before he talks about Japanese weddings, man, I don't know anything about Japanese weddings. I just assume the moment you get married, random sakura trees just start blooming and fall from the sky. I assume that's how it works.
For like a Western style wedding here, where each guest who comes to the wedding
has to give you
to give money.
Yeah.
Typically it's around 30,000 yen per person.
So 30,000 yen, that's about 300 yen. I might have to do a Japanese wedding. Y'all might see me on the next season, 9-Day Fiance, that away. Also, what's your guys' idea on giving money away? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm someone that gives money as a gift instead of just buying you something. And you guys might say, "Oh, Otaku All Pro, that's such a bad idea. It's about the dot." I'm sorry, but I'm a practical person. I'd rather you give me the money instead of you wasting your time on a gift I'm never gonna use and tell you that I actually used it. That's just stupid. Just hand me the money. I'll be a lot happier.
I'm gonna start doing that.
And that's mostly there to essentially help instead of like wedding gifts. That's like
help fund the wedding.
Yeah, it's basically to help the couple fund the wedding.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to do that just because it just feels kind of weird to do it, because it's like, you know, in our head.
Translation: I'm Big Baller Joey, so I don't need y'all money. That's all he's really saying.
And it's like, we're just happy that you're even fucking here.
Yeah, I
To
can,
like,
I
you
can,
know,
I can
celebrate
spot
the
you.
wedding.
Yeah.
You want to spot?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'll take $300 from you.
Oh god, I owe you after the girls'
Can,
master.
Yeah, legit.
can we pay on the trash taste card?
Oh, trash taste card.
Do you take card, Joey?
I said PayPay as well. If you want to.
Nah, that's wild. Spending the company card on your own friend's wedding's wild. That's a new one.
Just PayPay
Nah,
me on the day.
I guess it makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
I guess, but also, James, when you're inviting like your boss, so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I guess I would be like, yo,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
spot-
That's the reason why like so many Japanese weddings are like 300 people.
What, yeah,
Like,
what's
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
you have
going to
to
ask
invite
what's the
colleagues and
size.
stuff as well.
yeah. We're not gonna do that much. I think we're probably looking at like, I don't know, 60.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Something like
size.
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
how many people were at your wedding?
64.
Okay, yeah, it's probably gonna
Do
be
you know
about
the
that.
number?
Yeah, I know. what do you mean?
He had
Do I
to-
know
he
the
had to-
number?
he had to invite them all.
It's my list, Connor.
Yeah, but I don't think I wouldn't know the exact number.
Well, we did like a quick like first draft of like the people we were gonna invite.
Yeah.
You know, just to be like, because we had no idea. We were like, okay, 100 seems like a lot, but it's like, do we even have like 100 people that we want to invite?
It's always tough. I feel like because when I think about friends, and then like you're like, I gotta invite this one friend, and then you're like, all right, well if I invite him, I gotta invite these other guys. That,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
the wedding politics that comes with
I
it.
imagine there's a lot of politics.
Yeah. So, it's going to be about 60 to 70 people, I'd say, because like the majority of Aki's family is probably not going to be able to go because they all live in the Philippines. So
Yeah.
we're probably going to do like some kind of like, because I'm going to the Philippines later this year. So we're probably
have a
going to do
wedding
some,
tour?
probably like some kind of like engagement party kind of thing
So
in the
yeah,
Philippines.
similar to what I had to do.
then
I
you
was
just
going to
get
highly
shit-faced.
recommend that because I was like,
Okay, I do. So I guess I am corrected because Aki lived in America, so I thought she was at least a couple of generations American. Also, by the way she acts. But I'm surprised because I assume Japan is very close to the Philippines. So I assume it can't be that bad of a travel, but it's probably like a money thing. But I guess having an engagement party is also a good thing because then we'll end up with what? 2 weddings? Because they're gonna have the Japanese wedding. Because I assume Aki's main family can get to Japan. And obviously Joey's family was in Japan. And then I guess you can do Aki's other main family in Philippines.
the reason I split up my Thai family from like, you know, the original English wedding was because I was like, I don't want to pay for this family. This would like quadruple the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
You have to pay
shit.
for flights
Yeah,
and
I was like, okay, so Aki, I've got 2 cousins, who both live in Japan, so that's gonna be fine. How many cousins do you have? And she's like, so on my mom's side, I've got like 60. I was like, stop, no more. We're gonna do something in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he couldn't take the $300 from the guest. But when it came to flying out her family was a problem. I thought you were big baller Joey.
Well, I feel like cousins is such a tough one, right? Because like I feel like some cousins I just don't really know.
Yeah.
And I feel like don't feel like I have to invite you because we're like
Right.
loosely related.
Well, how many cousins do you have? Is it a lot?
Not that many, like maybe 8.
Because I legitimately only have 2. Because on my dad's side, I don't have any cousins.
Oh. And then again, like
Laughs in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, right.
right? Like, and then if we're talking like we gotta invite like 30 cousins and like
I think I have more cousins than both of you combined.
Easily. How many cousins do you have that you remember?
But yeah, I just feel like I wouldn't really want someone there if I just like didn't know them. very
Yeah,
well,
right.
You know, and I feel like that's fair. But then some family members get annoyed about that. They're like, "How dare you not invite Timothy?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"I fucking never spoke to Timothy."
It's like, what do you mean? You met him once when you were 3 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. All
Like,
right.
oh yes, of course, Timothy.
Yeah, I'm not a big whole. I mean,
Yeah.
Because if you have a city one,
Okay, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm getting hungry. And this is my first day streaming. So hopefully it turns out good. And bye. But it's just exciting to think that our guy, the anime man, one of the forefathers of anime YouTube, the Unk himself, is finally getting married. Well, I wish him all the luck in his marriage, and I end the session here. Goodbye.